Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. I'll share our videos commanded by our experts, so let's begin.
If you like, please like, share and subscribe. So let's begin our today's topic. Let's begin.
You type a brand name into a search bar, and instantly, a different company intercepts your attention. Your trajectory is hijacked before results even load. Google's search architecture is built to facilitate this exact exchange. The platform allows advertisers to bid on trademark terms owned by their direct competitors. This creates a structural tension. A brand has a legal right to protect its intellectual property. On the other, the platform is designed to foster digital market competition, presenting alternatives to users. The result is the free rider effect. A competitor can siphon off the search volume generated by the trademark owner, directly profiting from the marketing budget and brand equity that someone else spent years building. Because this interception happens algorithmically, in a fraction of a millisecond, the timeline for filing a formal legal injunction is simply too slow to prevent the immediate loss of daily web traffic. The law alone cannot stop the auction. To protect their traffic, brands have to shift from relying on legal counsel to building active, operational defenses directly within the search platform itself. To build those defenses, we first map the exact technical boundary that makes this legal. It comes down to a strict separation between the platform's invisible backend and its user-facing frontend. Advertisers have full legal permission to bid on a competitor's keyword in the invisible backend auction, but the barrier drops at the ad copy. You are strictly prohibited from actually typing their trademarked text into the front-end ad the user sees. This exact technical architecture is fully supported by established global legal precedent. Courts across multiple jurisdictions have ruled that simply bidding on a trademark out of sight does not inherently cause consumer confusion. If the ad copy itself doesn't lie about who is speaking, the consumer is considered capable of distinguishing between the two brands. Google and its advertisers argue this practice is necessary. Allowing bids on trademarks prevents a single company from monopolizing search results for their own name, ensuring users always have choices. It operates as a modern form of comparative marketing. By presenting alternatives right at the point of search, consumers can easily compare prices, features, and services. With the courts viewing keyword bidding as fair use rather than infringement, the operational focus for brand protection shifts from the courtroom to the live bidding algorithms. Inside Google's system, the automated ad platform strips away all legal context during a live auction. The live bidding process is ruthless. To the algorithm, your protected trademark is treated identically to generic search terms like shoes or software. Critics point out that this creates a highly hostile environment. By treating trademarks as generic auction inventory, brands are forced into a position where they must spend their own marketing budget bidding on their own names. This dynamic creates what is known in the industry as the defensive tax. The defensive tax is a perpetual financial mandate to maintain control over your earned search real estate. If you refuse to pay and stop bidding on your name, the algorithm instantly awards that top slot to a paying competitor. Securing a trademark is no longer just a legal function. Surviving the algorithm requires integrating that legal defense with a dedicated, often massive, operational marketing budget. To survive the defensive tax without draining their resources, companies build a precise operational blueprint. The first step is known as defensive brand bidding. Brands calculate a highly specific customer acquisition cost, or CAC, strictly for their own branded terms. They determine exactly how much they are willing to pay to acquire a user who is already searching for them. The ultimate goal here is maintaining a near 100% impression share. By securing the #1 paid spot every single time, they physically block competitors from appearing at the top of the screen. Step 2 shifts from paid defense to enforcement, automated monitoring for copy infringement. Using a brand name in ad text is illegal. Brands deploy scraping tools to constantly police results, catching automated features that accidentally inject protected trademarks into competitor ads. Once flagged, the system instantly files a formal complaint with Google. An algorithmic platform complaint resolves the issue in hours, compared to the time frame of a formal legal lawsuit, which can stretch into months. Human legal teams simply cannot monitor millions of daily ad renders. Automation is the only viable way to enforce those strict front-end text rules at scale. Step 3 of the defensive architecture requires coordination between organic and paid teams, SERP crowding. The strategy focuses on the physical geometry of the screen. Brands intentionally maximize the pixel height of their approved results to monopolize space, deploying paid ad extensions like site links and location data to inflate their single ad block. When these massive paid ads are paired directly above highly optimized organic SEO schemas, it creates an impenetrable vertical wall of brand-controlled content. The primary objective of crowding is to push all competitor ads below the fold, ensuring the user never even sees the alternatives without actively scrolling down. The final step moves away from the interface and into diplomacy, mutual non-compete agreements. This tactic is generally reserved for highly saturated B2B markets, where continuous bidding wars over niche terms become completely financially unsustainable. Instead of fighting the algorithm, fierce competitors will draft binding legal agreements to mutually exclude each other's brand names from their respective back-end bidding lists. The financial logic behind this truce is clear. It stops both parties from artificially inflating the cost per click and draining their marketing budgets just to maintain the status quo. A truly sophisticated defense relies on this hybrid approach. It manipulates the user interface to hide rivals, while utilizing strategic diplomacy to disarm them. The algorithms governing search have altered the mechanics of intellectual property. The legal baseline is set. Bidding on a rival's trademark is protected as an automated comparative marketing strategy. It is not classified as consumer confusion. A brand relying purely on the law is inherently vulnerable. Security requires deploying the full operational blueprint: bidding logic, automated scraping, SERP crowding, and truces. While this architecture undeniably serves information freedom and user choice, it forces a massive operational burden onto the trademark owner. It demands a shift in executive perspective. Trademark protection can no longer be viewed as a one-time legal filing sitting in a cabinet. Digital defense is an active, continuous, and highly aggressive operational expense. To survive the digital trademark battle, modern brands must integrate their legal oversight directly into their data-driven bidding architectures. They must out-engineer their rivals, not just out-litigate them.
Institutional-grade algorithmic trading tools, once reserved for the largest firms on Wall Street, are now available directly to your phone. This guide will walk you through the process of setting up an autonomous AI assistant, securing its permissions, and enabling the agentic credit card. To follow along, you will need the Robinhood app, an account with a third-party AI provider like Anthropic's Claude or Cursor, and an active Robinhood Gold membership. This tutorial covers the technical setup only. It is not financial advice, and you should remember that AI models can and do make mistakes. Proper configuration and strict boundary setting are the only ways to use these tools without exposing your entire financial portfolio to potential algorithmic errors. Open your account settings in the Robinhood app and look for the new Agentic Trading section. Navigate through the menus to create a dedicated AI subaccount. Once the account is created, transfer a specific, limited amount of seed capital from your main portfolio into this new pool. This subaccount creates a structural software boundary that prevents the AI from accessing or even viewing the balance of your primary portfolio. Establishing this isolated sandbox is your foundational defense against unexpected financial losses. With the sandbox established, move to the integrations portal inside your subaccount to connect your AI model. Robinhood currently supports major third-party platforms, specifically Anthropic Claude and the Cursor coding environment. Follow the prompts to complete the OAuth handshake, which securely links your Robinhood account with the external AI provider. During this beta rollout, the AI is restricted to specific asset classes. The system currently only supports equities. If you attempt to have the AI trade cryptocurrencies or options, the platform will generate a system error. Defining these operational boundaries early prevents setup errors and keeps your trading strategies within the system's current capabilities. Now open the AI Security Parameters dashboard. This is where you set the rules for the agent's behavior. To prevent the agent from executing too many high-volume trades, you must define a strict spending cap. Use the interface to input a maximum daily trade limit that fits your risk tolerance. You should also enable the manual approval workflow. This ensures no transaction clears without your direct sign-off. The system status immediately updates to reflect these safety parameters. Activating these guardrails shifts the AI from an unchecked entity into a supervised assistant that requires human oversight for every move. Beyond trading stocks, you can also use these agents for automated spending within the Robinhood Gold interface. You can generate a unique virtual credit card that is provisioned specifically for the AI agent's use. The agent can then scan the web for specific product deals or coordinate your travel bookings. For example, instruct the AI to monitor event ticket prices and execute the purchase the moment the price hits a specified threshold. A dedicated virtual credit card allows the large language model to move beyond information retrieval and execute financial transactions independently. All live AI actions are tracked through a dedicated monitoring infrastructure. Here, you can review a real-time feed of every transaction and track your ongoing profit and loss data. Whenever the agent identifies a move, you will receive a push notification for the pending trade, allowing you to review and approve it from your lock screen. If you ever need to stop the agent entirely, you can use the Disconnect AI kill switch to instantly sever its access. Real-time visibility and the ability to instantly revoke access provide the necessary control to deploy these autonomous tools safely. Your isolated, guarded AI system is now fully operational and ready for its first tests. You now have access to the same type of algorithmic execution used by institutional firms, while keeping your primary capital protected behind a sub-account wall. Start with small capital amounts and keep manual approvals active until you are comfortable with the AI's logic. In the future, these capabilities are expected to expand into options and cryptocurrency markets as the platform moves out of beta. With these integrations complete, the retail investing process now relies on the effective management and strategic oversight you apply to these autonomous systems.